Hey everybody, it's Marshall Monkey here. This is going to be my Wonder Woman Easter eggs video. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to get to the Spider-Man Homecoming coverage. You guys know that I always wait at least a month until doing Easter egg and end credit scene, post credit scene videos, so that way everyone has a chance to at least see the movie once, right? But let's jump into the Wonder Woman Easter eggs, because there's quite a few of them. Even though a lot of people think, oh, there's no Easter eggs in Wonder Woman, there actually is, technically, if you go through old movies and comics. Okay, so the first one being Superman, of course, the alley scene, the alleyway fight. That was already pretty much known to everybody that was going to be a part of the whole homage, homage trend, I guess you could say, that a lot of movies are doing these days. So Patty Jenkins played homage to that scene, and I thought that was really interesting to see Wonder Woman go at it just as much as Superman did in the original Superman movies. So I thought that was really good. Then we also have the Wonder Woman origin, where she was made from clay by Hippolyta and then brought to life by Zeus. That was awesome. I loved even going back to that origin. But then also people were going to be like, well, then how did they do the retcon version? And they tied it into both of the movies. So it was really great to see them tie both stories, because then, you know, we figure out that Diana is actually the god killer herself. She was actually made by Hippolyta and Zeus, I guess you could say, classically, right? There's no clay and magic involved. It's just the old-fashioned way. But yeah, they actually tied both origins into the movie, which I thought was actually pretty excellent. And it made sense. It was logical, too. So I thought that was really cool that Patty Jenkins, Alan Heinberg, Jeff Johns, they were able to kind of bring that to life and make it work. Zack Snyder's cameo in the movie. Zack Snyder's the new Stan Lee. Oh, I love it. Oh, and R.I.P. Joan Lee. So devastating. But we'll get to that in maybe a different video. But anyway, Zack Snyder, I loved his brief cameo you can see there in that war photo. That was excellent. And then, this really isn't a DC Comics reference, but I think it's a Greek mythology reference. Hestia, the lasso of Hestia, that's what the lasso of truth is. Hestia is the goddess of hearth, not of truth. So it's weird how they would do that. Why is the lasso of truth with Hestia? But Steve Trevor said that the lasso was so hot, meaning that Hestia, the goddess of hearth, that kind of ties into it, right? That's kind of why the logic there kind of makes sense. If you gotta go into Greek mythology, it all works. The group that Steve and Diana put together in the movie, that's probably the Blackhawks from the comics. I'm not really for sure, but that's kind of the only reference I can find. It's really interesting how they played along with the group a little bit. Even though each member of the group didn't really have that much screen time, it was fun to see them come together in a way that didn't compromise the film, but still gave some of the actors a little bit of time with, you know, Gal Gadot and Chris Pine. So that was really excellent. And then in the movie, Ares says that he's the god of truth, not the god of war. That's kind of a pull from the Gail Simone run. I'm not really sure if that's a direct reference, but they kind of played along with that dialogue a little bit to put in the movie. So that was really fun seeing them pull that together. I think that makes Ares a more intriguing character, right? So I did love that. It was excellent to see Ares, you know, go back to the Gail Simone run. Now, the speech that Diana has in the beginning of the movie is directly pulled from Rebirth, the Rebirth comics. Rebirth is pretty interesting right now. I'm actually getting into it a little bit. So I definitely recommend checking out Rebirth when you can, because it's an excellent, well, I mean, it's first the whole DC Rebirth 80-page novel, but then the separate titles in Rebirth. So go check them out. The whole ice cream, you know, this is wonderful, you should be proud scene, the ice cream scene in Wonder Woman, that comes directly from Justice League #1, and then later on in Justice League War, the animated movie, where she goes, ice cream is wonderful. So I loved that. I loved seeing that scene. That was like one of my favorite scenes in the Justice League War movie and Justice League #1. So I love how they pulled it into the movie too. Oh, Wonder Woman's so fantastic. She's so loving. And fierce, right? And then Wonder Woman actually headbutts a tank in the Injustice comics. So I guess you could see her as throwing a tank and then also headbutting a tank as kind of the same area, right? The same category, I guess you could say. So that was really cool seeing that reference. And then the God Killer Sword, this is the last Easter egg. The God Killer Sword, in the comics, this is actually Deathstroke's sword, and the magic behind it, the mythology, I guess you could say, behind this sword, is that when you kill a god, it grants you his or her powers and memories. So this is interesting. Everyone's been wondering if Diana is the god killer, will she get Ares' powers if she killed him. So how does that work? They'll probably explain it when she comes back in Justice League. We'll see how that works. I'm excited for Justice League, and I think Diana is going to be a big character there too. And a good character, right? But what do you guys think of the Easter eggs? Did you find any more that you think are worth seeing and knowing about? If you did, comment down below. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, I will see you guys later for some more videos. Okay, have a nice day. Bye.